Hello, heavenly archangels and celestial beings. This is Snowy Seraphim Winters, and what I want to talk about before I get on with this video, I would love to give credit to the Skull Bros. If you don't know who they are, I'm going to send you a link to the description below, so you can go ahead and check out their channel. And I will also be sending a link to their video that inspired me to create this video within the first place. Because we had a talk about it, and he was a-okay with it. But what I want to talk about is I've seen it happen constantly from time to time again, whether if it's in VR chat, whether if it's in gaming, social media, or even in real life. And that's when people give up on the things they love because they get bullied over it, or they get told to not love it anymore because it's not for their age group, or it's too girly or too boy-y, or they just think it's stupid because it's cringy or something. I'm here to inform you guys, you shouldn't let anyone tell you what you can and cannot love. If you guys love something, there's probably a whole meaning behind it. It's not like you're just gonna say, oh, I'm going to get right into the series, without even knowing what it's about. Some people love plushies, some people love gaming, some people love writing, some people love drawings, some people love telling stories, some people love editing, some people love swimming, some people love biking. Everyone has their own interests, and you shouldn't let anyone tell you what you can and cannot love. Just know if someone's picking on you because of this, whether they think it's not for your age group, or it's too boy or too girly, or they just think it's dumb just because they don't like something in general, then you know what? Then it's alright. Because in the end, what you love doesn't harass you. They do, but what you love doesn't. So what's really bigger here? What's more important standing by? The bullies or the thing that you love? I will admit, no kidding, no lying, and I'm sure a lot of you guys love this OC that I'm going to be talking about. I have quite a few personal loves for certain OCs here in the Hellaverse community. They aren't exactly characters, they're just OCs. Like, one of them in particular is Azrael, and Azrael's probably my favorite one, alongside with Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael. And whenever I look at those pictures of them, like, mainly I look at them on Google, and that makes me smile. There are some times even my sister thinks, oh, those OCs from Hellaverse, they're all just a phase. You know, you'll get over it eventually. And when the truth is, whenever I am having a problem, I can always just go onto Google, look at Azrael stuff, or Archangel Michael, or Archangel Gabriel, or even Archangel Raphael, and I could always play a video game or watch Hellaverse on TV, and that always makes me smile. And to me, my happiness is worth a lot more than someone else's approval. There are some times when ever I'm feeling upset or worried, I can literally look up at my Archangel pictures, Michael and Gabriel, and I definitely know, they're not gonna stab me, they're not gonna bite me, they're not gonna call me names, they're not gonna call me worthless and throw me out. They're going to be there, even if they can't talk. Alright? Everything you love has a meaning. Everything has a meaning. Everything that you adore so much has a meaning. And you shouldn't let people inform you what you can and cannot love. Now, I'm not going to go on saying don't listen to your parents, boyfriends, or girlfriends because there are some bad things out there like drugs, murdering people. You know, those things are considered not welcome here in this universe. Like, you're kind of like with your parents, boyfriends, and girlfriends, that sometimes you're correct about something and sometimes you're wrong about something. Parents, boyfriends, and girlfriends don't always have the correct answers. Like, for example, my family isn't very supportive of me being a cosplayer or my YouTube channel. But you know what? I do it because I love it. I do it because it's one of those things that make me me, and it's what makes me happy. And right now, I think my happiness is worth a lot more than someone else's approval. I do not need someone else's approval for me to be happy. And I want to make that clear. Like, hey, there are more worse things, far more worse things to be addicted to than just plushies, video games, or even loving things like Hellaverse. Like, you could be addicted to alcohol or sex. You know, there's so many far more worse things out there you could be addicted to. Alright, so I am going to give out an example here as I talked about before. And I'm going to try not to get emotional about this because I literally had to wait over a little more than a week just so I wouldn't possibly sob when talking about this. But the person who I'm going to be talking about might actually be watching in this video. And if you guys are that so eager or interested to know who I'm talking about, they were actually seen in the most recent video I have created. But what I want to talk about this person is that there was a time when I used to pray to God. Sorry for sounding religious, but you know, I respect your beliefs. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. I was informing him to why I was quitting VR chat. And just when I was about to, the two of these new people came along. One of them is still my BFF today. The other one, I'll admit, I have lost friends in VR chat before, but there was just something about this person. Please don't take it wrong. We weren't ever in a relationship. We were never in a special relationship. But it's like, it was almost like a love at first sight, it felt like, but it was more like, oh my god, this person is my brother to me. Because he always seemed like he had my back and always had his. We always found a way to make our role plays fair. And we only got into an argument once in a roleplay, but I'll never forget that since the day I first met him, he always, always, always loved to be Azrael. He adored being the angel Azrael, the OC from Hellaverse. And it was like every time he was online, he had to be Azrael. Sometimes he would be his own OC, but it seems like Azrael was his top number one favorite. He took a break from being Azrael for a while because due to the argument that one time we had, but he ended up being Azrael again. You see, because it made him him. It's what made him himself, his true self. He loves cosplaying. He loves doing it here on VR chat. He loves to roleplay. Everything was going perfectly fine and well until one day on the night he literally asked me, will you be on tomorrow? And I said, yes, I will. And I asked him if everything was alright. He said everything was fine and that he just needed to talk to someone. But when tomorrow came, everything changed ever since he got a new girlfriend. And it seems like the girlfriend, here's my belief, that his girlfriend talked him out of Hellaverse stuff. That he completely deleted all his avatars, all the avatars he uses, even including Azrael, which was his favorite one. You see, he let either his girlfriend or somebody talk him completely out of Hellaverse forever. And not only that, he didn't just lose, which I'll admit this can happen, You may choose your boyfriend or your girlfriend or the bullies over it, but please keep in mind, you're not going to lose the thing you love, but sometimes you can lose those that you love around you because of it. And this was the choice he created. I didn't ask him to make a choice or anything. And I honestly wish I would have recorded this for proof, but I didn't. But he ended up choosing his girlfriend not only over Hellaverse or the angel Azrael and stuff, but he also chose his girlfriend over our one friend and I. And in the end, he lost so much that he may have like won the war, but he lost so much that he's might as well consider it defeat. Because who was the ones who weren't harassing you in the role plays and stuff? Who were the ones who were being fair? Who were the ones who had his back and understood? Our friend and I didn't do anything wrong to him. I don't think he did anything wrong to the person who I'm talking about in this video, but only God knows. But I know I didn't do anything wrong. But in the end, he chose to give up what he loved forever. And honestly, when people do that, that's just so wrong and sad. And you know what? Now, people might jump to the fence saying, well, if you love someone, you have to choose the boyfriend and girlfriend first. No! No, you do not! Yes, to a certain point, if it's like I mentioned in this video, if it's something like you have to give up drugs, you have to give up alcohol, or being a psychopath. That's understanding. But when it comes to your favorite TV shows or your plushies or listening to music, you don't have to get rid of those things at all. Not if they make you happy. And you know what? If you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, especially who's doing this to you, or anyone who's harassing you because they're just some bully, some bullies do that, then honestly, ask yourself this: are they really worth your friendship? Are they really worth your time for you to get together and date? Why would you ever want to date a person that's trying to turn you into someone you're not? Like, why would you ever want to take that person back? Especially over the people who loved you and adored you for who you are, who didn't really have arguments with you, that always found a way to make their role plays or any mini games or anything fair with you. Why would you ever want to take the people back who are harassing you over those and the things that always loved you, or the things that you loved? Like, why would you ever want to do that? Why? And you know what? People saying, oh, I need to choose the boyfriend and the girlfriend over the thing that I love needs to stop, because it's not always the correct answer. Which brings me to another thing. There's this woman that my mother, my sister, and I have worked for 8, 9, or 10 years now. This is a person we know in real life. We always had her backs, and she always had our backs. She even has a cousin. We had his back, he had ours. Now she wants to move because she thinks the buildings that are being built are gonna show through the forest. She loves seeing forest and nature, which is understanding. But because of the fact that the builders didn't even build there, it's like she's not even giving it a chance. I'm like, you don't even see the buildings. You don't see them. You don't hear them. I mean, the only thing you might hear is the building until they finish, but you didn't give them a chance. You don't need to freaking move right away. Some people might think, oh, probably because of a job. No, it's not about jobs, guys. Okay? They're wealthy people. They don't work. And they don't know how much my mother envies them for the fact that they have a gigantic house. And they're just giving up so much. They're giving up the pool, everything that they love, their nature that they still have, everything that they love, they're giving it up. And it honestly ticks me, my mother and my sister and everyone off, because this honestly screws us all over. And I'm probably not going to be on VR chat for a long ass time, because this just not only traumatized me, but is causing me to go into a mental breakdown. And like I normally say to my friends, so I'll say to you guys now, sometimes you probably need to give those tiny things a chance. Maybe not always, but think for things like this, from the fact that they didn't even start building yet, they didn't even give a chance. She didn't give them a chance, and neither did the cousin. And they're already overreacting. So they're going to be losing their beautiful looking house because of this, and we were all hoping they would never do this. But anyways, just remember and know that the thing that you love isn't ever going to go away, but those bullies eventually will. Sometimes bullies don't go away. I'm well aware of that. But you know what? If it's here on VR chat or anywhere on the internet, just remember, just keep blocking the accounts. You can do that. Keep blocking the accounts. Keep blocking the accounts. If they're trying to steal or get any information on you, or even death threatening you, you can report the account, possibly even call the cops, and have them track down this person or whoever it is that is harassing you or death threatening you. And you can have them arrested. You can do that. Hey, if it's in real life, those bullies will probably grow up. And so will you, maybe. They might move away, or you might move away, or graduate, or, lose their thing, and then you might never, ever have to see each other ever again. It will pass. But I just want to make this clear to you guys, to everyone out there who's watching this video, even to the person who especially doesn't want to be my friend anymore. I just want to make this clear to you all. Don't ever let anyone or anything come in between of what you love. I think that's it for this. If you wish to become a celestial being or a heavenly archangel, feel free to like and subscribe. May peace be with you. May the angels be with you. And may God bless.